Our round 22 match of the day was the final Perth Derby for season 2011. Neither side, West Perth or East Perth, have been in good form lately. In fact, neither side has won since round 17. That's back on July the 16th. West Perth, in the meantime, have relinquished first spot to Claremont on the ladder, and East Perth have really been wallowing. But Perth derbies seem to bring out the best in these two sides. Nearly 5,000 people turned up to Arena Joondalup to see the match today, and East Perth came out of the blocks really firing, mainly through the agency of Gary Moss, snapping a terrific goal there. In fact, Moss was able to kick 2 first quarter goals and give East Perth the start they needed. On this occasion here, he combines magnificently with his co-forwards, and young Dobson, one of the promising young players in the Royals lineup, was able to snap a left-footer there. Well done to Bren Dobson, celebrating with Michael Swan. West Perth, well, they were on the back foot and seemed to be making elementary errors early in the game. Dion Flay here charging out of defence. The hand pass wasn't good, and East Perth were alert. They were able to swoop on every mistake, and young Shaquille O'Neal, well, remember that name because he is certainly a player of the future. He was in electrifying form when he was called upon today. West Perth continued to try hard in the second quarter. Jason Salisic, their skipper, stepped up like he does so often, and he kicked the first 2 goals of the quarter within the first few minutes, and it looked as though West Perth were on the way back. They were actually able to claw their way back to within 14 points of East Perth. A good combination of handballs there. A bit of a mistake by the last liners, and Salisic kicked his second in the first 3 minutes, and it looked as though the Falcons were going to claw their way back and maybe even get on top of East Perth. But East Perth just continued to track the football. Freddie Clutterbuck was quite outstanding. His delivery there to his forwards, in particular Adam Pryor, who showed great strength and balance to recover and kick a good goal, meant that East Perth were able to keep their lead. In fact, they led by 27 points at quarter time. They also led by 27 points at half time. The third quarter again saw West Perth fight back, but the margin had stretched even further with great goals like that one. Perhaps one of the goals of the year from Michael Swan, who kicked 4 for the day. He threaded it through from an impossible angle, and it was the Royals by 31 points at 3-quarter time. With 1 quarter to go, West Perth, with the last roll of the dice, kicked a long goal from Shane Tregear, but that's really where they came unstuck. East Perth continued to plug away. Michael Swan, with the last goal of the day, really set the tone for East Perth. They celebrated in great fashion, and the Royals ran out winners pretty comfortably in the end by 27 points at quarter time, 27 points at half time, 31 at the last change, and then 18-9, 117 to 12-18-19. The margin once again 27 points. The Royals running out victors. Next week, we go down to Medibank Stadium. What a match this is going to be. Perhaps even something of an elimination final. Subiaco versus East Fremantle. Medibank Stadium will be on air live from 2 p.m.